Conversate for a few.
Welcome to the next episode of Conversate for a Few. I'm Jonna.
I'm Alan. This is not a podcast about classical music.
Absolutely is not. This is a podcast about hip hop. What we doing today, bro?
We talking NFTs and what it means for hip hop.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean,
NFT's a new buzzword.
NFT
For those who don't know.
is the new buzzword. Let me ask you something. A month ago, did you know what an NFT was?
No. I didn't know 3 weeks ago.
Right. Me neither. A month ago, I say 3 weeks ago, I might have known, but a month ago, I had no idea what an NFT was.
Yeah.
I'm imagining. If I had to ask you, bro, what percentage of our audience you think has heard of an NFT?
At this point, maybe 10 to 15% at this point.
Have heard of him, so that means probably about 5% know what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I read the definition, or should you read the definition?
Yeah, with definition, all the definitions that I've read is simple. I've actually now memorized it, but
All right.
it's a digital asset, a non-fungible token.
Facts. Yeah.
So
yeah.
digital asset being it could be an album, it could be a piece of artwork, it could be a beat pack.
Bro, it could be anything that you can make digital.
Yeah, anything you can make digital. Literally, photographers are now selling their photographs for thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Any form of art or whatever you can digitize. Yeah.
Yeah, anything that any medium or media that you could digitize. And we'll call it art. We'll call it art for the sake of the conversation, right?
Right.
So one thing that I do want to add to that, right, is in my definition, this is like the nerdy part of it, right? But it's like NFTs, the digital content, right, linked to blockchain.
Yeah.
Blockchain is the digital database underpinning cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I think that's the important thing. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it ain't like people out here, for lack of a better word, because they are going to auctions and doing it. You know what I mean? But it's not like, this isn't a cash thing. This is literally something that's happening in the digital world.
Right.
All the way down to the way you getting paid. All the way down to the currency. If cryptocurrency didn't exist, NFT art never exists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And one of the interesting things that I had read about it, that and how it differs from like a Bitcoin, is like you can't like cash it out, basically.
You will not. It's not as simple. You can cash it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can cash it out. Like, you can cash it out, but it's not like walking into the bank and saying, "Look, I have a money order and I want to cash this money order. I want to cash this check." It's not the same process. It's but you could definitely transfer or sell your Bitcoin. Without cryptocurrencies, we never see the NFT art happen at all. So I think it's important, and I think it's important because most people missed that wave. You know what I mean? Like when Bitcoin blew up and when it finally came on the market. I tell you what, I was writing blogs about it in 2013.
About
Bitcoin in 2013.
Okay.
Because I was doing social media at True Parallel. And, that was one of the things that was on our radar. We didn't know how serious it was going to be or how it was going to blow. And then eventually, it got extremely valuable.
Right. Now, it's funny to the point now you have Bitcoin ATMs in the gas station, literally up the street from my house.
I feel you. I mean, you think about it. You we say you can't cash it out, but you act. I mean, you can. That you can manage your Bitcoin and your Cash App.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, so it ain't like it was like
Mhm.
before. You had to find when it first started popping. You had to. There were no ATMs to speak of. You know, you had to find uh, vendors. It was like they had stores pretty much that you went in and they
Yeah, yeah,
exchange stations
right.
where you would exchange your Bitcoin. You know, and they would charge a certain amount of money for that process.
Mhm.
To say that it's come a long ways is an understatement, and it doesn't seem like it's
Yeah.
gonna go anywhere, right?
Hmm.
I don't think it's gonna go
You're
anywhere.
definitely not going anywhere. I don't see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
being the case.
If blockchain technology, this is super nerdy, right? And I don't know a lot about blockchain technology, but it seems as if most things are being built on top of blockchain technology.
Yes,
That's not
agreed.
going anywhere. So the fact that this is a part of that, I feel like it's probably here to stay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And I, I been going on with Bitcoin
Say that
recently.
again. You froze a second. Say it again.
So with all that's going on with Bitcoin recently and NFTs now, uh, looking at it, it looks like digital currency gave rise to digital art, right? Because you're going to use because essentially it's looking like, in which people have talked, like economists have talked about for a long time, that we're going to move into a cashless society, and it will be digital, and that's what it's looking like right now with just these two major things happen in between the currency of Bitcoin and all the different uh, as they call it digital assets. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Of these NFTs is absolutely looking like that way. So I'm agreeing with the point that you was making. I definitely don't think it's going anywhere because this is like, the old cliche, the future is now. I like this is the future.
Yeah. We walking in it right now. Like the thing, the stuff we was reading in those books when I was like 19, 20, 21 years old.
Yeah.
Behold the Pale Horse and
Of course. William Booker,
Illuminati
he talked about it. Yeah.
666. You know what I mean? Like the cashless
Yeah.
society, the International Monetary Fund, the Euro. All of that shit
Yeah.
was in those books, and that shit is
Yeah.
happening. I promise. I was like, when I was young,
Going.
I was thinking, this should. Yeah, I believed it. Like it'll happen. I didn't think it would happen
Right.
during my
You thought it was
lifetime. Yeah.
me too. When I read Behold the Pale Horse, I'm thinking, man, that's 100 years off. I ain't worried about that.
Right. Nah, buddy. So right now me and you would sit here talking about selling digital art based on currency that doesn't exist. A currency
Right.
that didn't exist 10 years ago.
At, right. It's crazy.
That right, this is a whole nother tangent. But
It is.
if that don't wake people up, like I'm not gonna have
Yeah.
that conversation here. I'm not gonna have that
Right.
conversation here. But if you could make up a currency a decade ago, if you could just make one up, then what does that say about the rest of them?
Right. Right. I mean, this,
I mean, shit. You have to take this damn bottle cap for payment. What difference do it make? But anyway, I digress.
yeah. Oh man.
What does this mean though? Why are we talking about it? Because I think we had a good. This is a. I don't know whether we confuse people or whether we or
Nah.
what happened here. I'm always nervous about that. I feel like I say that every damn show, but
But even if we do, I don't think we confuse people 98% of the time. But even if we do, and specifically with this topic, if we don't do anything else, at least we stimulate them to think, to go and research or look into it for themselves.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Clarity. So
Yeah.
if this conversation never took place, they may not even ever have heard about it at the time and wouldn't go look into it. So if nothing else, at least we, you know,
We
are
gave him
stimulating conversation.
yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm with that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how NFTs got on our radar. And I will say, from my end, I think that is part of what makes this a hip hop conversation.
Right.
So the way I really first started hearing about NFTs were from Grammy award winning producer Ill Mind.
Okay.
And I follow him on Instagram or whatever, and you know he's been ahead of the curve. Matter of fact, Illmind is the father of the Beat Pack. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
No,
Illmind is.
but
Hmm.
no, I didn't know that, but I understand.
Okay, yeah, but he's the father of the Beat Pack. He was pretty much the first one to start putting beat packs together and selling his own drum kits, and he made $1 million off that.
Yeah.
Side hustle while he became a millionaire just doing that while he was making beats, right? So
Yeah.
of course he would be one of the first ones to get on the new wave, you know. So in October, Illmind dropped a beat pack called Etheria, and it sold for $8,000. A beat pack.
A beat pack.
8K. Crazy. I mean, so I'm gonna read his caption because I think saying he sold a beat pack might not mean nothing to nobody. You mean to some people. So I'm gonna say he said, I present to you, but this is the other one. Let me go back to this. Nah, that ain't the one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read you what Allurium was, because Allurium is the one he did last month, because he just did another one. Right? So he said, I present to you Allurium, the first ever NFT backed sample loop melody pack, which means the owner will acquire true digital ownership of the pack, backed by blockchain history. You know what I mean? So what that means is you'll get this. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it from a couple different levels, and I don't want to hog it. You know what I mean?
I think what I want about to add is going to tie into what you're saying. So go ahead.
Okay, so he sells the beat pack for $8,000, right? $6,000, $8,000. That person then goes on to make beats based on that beat pack and sells those beats. Or that person goes on to sell the beat pack however they choose to. Right? Every time anything happens with that beat pack or sounds from that beat pack, guess who gets paid?
Yeah, Illmind.
Illmind. Every time. But he already got $8,000 of it off the gate.
Right.
I don't know how you beat that. I don't know how you beat it.
And this would make the conversation so such a hip hop conversation, right? Because obviously, you know what I mean, he is a trendsetter. You know what I mean, you got a well-known hip hop producer doing that. But the fact that one thing that has always been a problem in the music industry, hopefully I'm not going to make this too complicated, but with artists feeling like they're getting raped or robbed, is not getting published and not getting paid off of the music that they've released, etc.
Yep.
Even producers that have paid, maybe got that one-time fee, but then didn't, but the song maybe went crazy, but they didn't have, and their paperwork right, so they're not getting any money. This like, so this is going to become like big conversations. I'm not going to jump too far ahead of myself, but doing it like that, right? This cuts out this. It looks like it may cut out a lot of people, a lot of music lawyers.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
For sure.
This slices some jobs in half for sure,
I
man. By
put
the
it to
way
you
this is
this
being
way.
done.
I put it to you this way. If I was Wale, if I was Wale, don't nobody else get no record deals. I'm releasing NFTs. You
And
understand
why
what I'm
not?
saying? I'm releasing my
Yeah.
music as NFTs. Why not? I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my art is well enough where I can create a piece of art, right? That's going to
Mm-hmm.
sell well enough for me to discount the music. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, if you're a big enough artist, and this is just like, if you, I don't want to say Drake, because that's you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
if you Lil Baby, right,
Okay.
and you get the word out to your fans that your next project will not be on Spotify, or your next
Mm-hmm.
song won't be on Spotify and won't be on Apple Music, but it's on this NFT, and you can get it for $1. How many dollars you think he gonna make that day?
Oh man, more than he ever made releasing music any other way.
That's right.
Because number one, he's gonna get a whole dollar, not 0.00001%
Structure
of a dollar.
Structured on any deal, the best he was ever gonna get was 80%.
Right.
He gonna get $1.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is he gonna get $1, he could tell his fans, "I want you to make $1. So if you can sell it, sell it."
Mm-hmm.
Cause every time one of them sell it, he get royalties.
Right.
You know, like that's what it
Right.
means. Like that's insane. I don't understand how. I don't understand how ain't nobody done that yet.
Yeah. Listen. Like the implications as we're talking about, and I hear you saying this, the implication, I don't know if people understand if done right or how this thing has been going. The implications lead to the downfall of not even just labels as you know it. It can really cut out the DSPs that's been robbing the artists.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It really can. It can. If it don't cut them out, it can at least weaken them, right?
Well, yeah, yeah. If it doesn't cut them out totally, because some is linked, like, yeah, it will definitely weaken a lot of them. But what I will say is, I think this NFT thing will create leverage
There
for
you go.
the artist to renegotiate deals with the more favorable to the artist deals with the DSPs in between them and the label,
Jesus Christ, bro. Hey,
which is good. The playing field can be even. That's how one of the way I see NFTs being helpful. The
I
playing field could actually, for the first time, be even for the
I
artists in the
I got a question for you. This just jumped in my head. If
yeah.
we were to NFT one episode, like if you had to pick
Yes,
one
we are.
episode, of course we are. But if you had to pick one episode that we were gonna NFT, which one would it be?
Whew. Oh man, we have so many
Yeah, I
really
know, but there's one.
dope.
There's one obvious one. There's like,
Yeah, it would have to beat out the one about DSPs.
mm,
No, I know what you're saying. It would be this one, obviously.
you think?
NFT, the episode about NFTs.
I think the most valuable one, bro, is be about Miz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
But
2 hour conversation we had with.
okay, when you say obvious though, I thought clearly what we were talking about. You were saying
No, I was
right.
talking about
So,
value. Like the most
yeah,
obvious one could be trying to get bread.
right. So yeah, mess.
Yeah, would probably be the most valuable one right now.
Yeah, but hands down, I think the Mez episode,
Yeah,
because it was a great conversation, but also because of who he is as an artist, what he's done,
yeah,
that one will hold the most value.
and
So
the
let's do
potential,
that.
and the
Y'all can get it
potential.
for 300,000.
Exactly. Hey, we gonna take that shit off the.
Yeah, we need to take that one down for real.
Don't worry about
That one.
it. Take that shit down, but and give Miz his cut. But
Yeah.
it's like in where his career trajectory is, like where he is, where he's subject to be 10 years from now. If somebody was to get that for $5,000 now, imagine.
Ooh.
Because it's not an interview; it's literally just a conversation with the guy
That
about
they,
hip hop.
they would never hear.
Ever. Oh
It's
yeah.
not a structured interview with, a major media outlet. It's really some real talk, like in his home, like just like if it
Mm-hmm.
was his family, you just talking with your people.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
holler at him about that.
we got to take it down.
Gotta take it down. It'd be down before midnight. I tell you that.
Yeah,
You don't have to worry about that.
you're a
That would
smart
be-
man. I like you. That's why we co-host.
That's why we here, baby. It's what we do. But if people can't see the implications for this, then like I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, for instance, I just want to put something up, right? Under a pseudonym or anonymously, however it's got to go, right? Just put something up and see what the market say it is.
Yeah,
Like, because at this point, it is believed that you have to be popular. Like, you have to have a good following so that you can attract enough attention to, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
I mean, obviously, if
Of course
I'm
it would help.
Beyonce is you're right. Beyonce, if she sells something as opposed to me selling, she's gonna make. So that's a given. But that I don't think that negates the other. I think you can still sell about because the people that'll be into it is people that is into art, whatever form it is, and they're into ownership. So they're
Exactly.
willing to pay the amount because they're going to own it. It's going to be tracked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get like some kind of licensure of authenticity.
Yeah, it's all in the metadata. It's all in the
Right, in the
metadata, the
metadata.
tokens.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I think that's what people like. I mean, I would, you know what I mean? How dope could it be if you own all of the studio recording sessions to Illmatic?
Right.
Would you pay for that? I would pay for that.
Damn right.
Or any good music. But like even if he wasn't the Nas that we know,
Right.
but like people that love art, this is why these art pieces are going for so much too. People that love art in any form, you're going to always find people that will be willing to pay like respectable amounts based on how they value that piece of art, regardless of who it is.
Yeah.
On the owners, them actually having the ownership of it.
I think this is I think I agree. I think this is a good time for independent artists is one way to put it. But I mean like when I mean independent artists, I right now I think I'm talking about more like truer artists.
Yeah, I get you.
You're gonna do the art anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like you're gonna figure out how to put together a masterpiece anyway. No label. It might not ever come out. It might not. But so you're gonna be focused on the art. So when you finish, you're gonna feel like you have a piece of art. That's what you created, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think this may be a marketplace that opens its arms for that versus commodities.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I think we have to give this marketplace we have to allow it to be mature enough to accept this type of art.
Yeah.
And pay what it's worth because they see the value in it, because that market, there are people there that see the value in it, not just because it's popular. They hear a masterpiece album that nobody's ever gonna hear, and they like, I have to own that.
Right.
Whether it's Nas or Boz from
Right.
Dreamville, You see what I'm saying? Or Fozzie Bear from Raleigh. Doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Like, if it's a masterpiece and it's heard by the right person in that marketplace, they may say, I'm willing to pay $1,000 because I want to own this piece of art. You know how many streams a person would have to get $1,000? They weren't going to get them.
They weren't even going to get them. And not at one time.
No, not close enough together to put $1,000 together.
Right, no way. Not based on streams.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just an opportunity to put yourself there. You know, so if you in your bedroom and you are creating the art and you can get the art created, you just can't get it to the marketplace, then put your NFT that shit, get with your peoples and create dope videos, NFT those too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah, do a bundle package. Music with video.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think this is I don't know if there's been a time that artists could take advantage of what's happening the way this is. Can you think of like a time before this, like mixtapes, artists was taking advantage? You see what I'm saying? Like artists got paid during the mixtape era, but I don't think this is something different.
Right. No, I think they got paid during the mixtape era, but this is way different. I don't think there's ever been a time like this because because with NFTs you can't bootleg it.
Ooh.
You see? Ooh, so nobody cut into your pocket.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Right. So this is the first time
wow,
the artist is able to really
do this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the word that you spoke to earlier that you mentioned, leverage. This is a different level of leverage. I think if handled properly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this is. Whew.
Now,
go ahead.
I'm curious. Do you think that labels will try to come up with some laws to prohibit? You know what I mean? You can't. Gunna can't put. Let's just say I don't know who he's on. Let's say he's with Atlantic. Like they have they've come up with a stipulation or a clause in the contract that while you're still under contract with us, you owe us 2 albums. You only did 1. You can't NFT any of your work, even if you have the rights to it, until you fulfill your contract with us. You know what I mean? Do you think it's just gonna throw roadblocks, some obstacles in the path to try to slow down the inevitable?
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. I don't know what roadblocks are gonna be thrown in place for the artists that have already signed. But for anybody coming in the game, this is gonna be a part of their 360.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You mean this is going in a 360? Like there's no way you're gonna be off on the side selling clips for 30 seconds, clips of anything. You know what I mean? And in all honesty, I doubt very seriously that the labels is not getting a cut, and that's probably why you haven't seen major label artists take off with NFTs.
Right.
Your question brings a good point. That is why you see Illmind. That's why you see Jim Jones. That's why you see, but that ain't why. That's why you don't see Drake. That's why you don't see Beyonce. Cause
right,
they could be making a mint right now, and it ain't like they don't know about it.
Right, and it just reminded me of some of that language in the contract that people talked about on the shows,
perpetuity. Throughout the universe.
Throughout the universe.
Yeah.
Like, what does that even mean? Oh, it means, hey, your ass can't put no NFT out.
There you go. Not without paying us that kid on. Come on with it.
Yeah. See?
So, yeah, that's the answer to that question, bro.
Yeah.
That's the definite answer to that question. They know. Because we not sitting here having this conversation, and Beyonce and Drake and Lil Wayne and Eminem don't know.
Right.
Like, there's no way. Like, imagine what a commemorative edition Reasonable Doubt would go for.
And that's the thing. See me, I love it, right? A
Yeah.
value art. If I had a meal, I'd pay a meal if that's what the asking price was, and I had it. You see, and I know there's other people that think like me. That's how I know it'll work.
Yeah, it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. That's why I think it's gonna work across the board. That's why I think this is. I think this is something that you can't jump in it thinking you going. I don't think you can jump in it. Don't necessarily jump in it thinking you're gonna build a career being a nobody, being an obscure person or with NFTs, right?
Right.
But you may be able to make money that you would not have made any other way,
Absolutely.
you know, with NFTs. So why not give it a shot? And it just might happen if you stay consistent with it that you become one of the NFT artists that gains the following. And now your
Right.
stuff is valuable enough. I I could imagine recording artists gaining their popularity through the NFT market, the
Hmm.
way SoundCloud worked before.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
I can see that happening. I can
Yeah.
see that happening.
For sure.
If there's enough people in the marketplace, bro. If there's enough people in just to test it, right? If there's enough people in the marketplace, I'd throw it out there for $1.50. I got these two records. One is $1. The other one is 50 cents.
Hmm.
And I'm selling them at the same time, and they're only for sale for a certain amount of time. I might sell 1,000 of them shits.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I might sell 1,000 of them shits, bro.
And you know why? And I'm saying even as you, not as a nobody, but not that you're an actual nobody,
Yeah,
but you understand what I'm saying. But you know why? And and even if it was more than that, the people may still buy it, may still go crazy. You know why? Because which is a thing that's embedded in the flossiness of hip hop, but it's partly of just I think human nature to a degree. People like exclusivity. They like being the only one. Like I'm only leaving this up for an hour or 24 hours. You know what I mean? So it ended up only like 5,000 people in the world got a copy of it. And you
yep,
one of the 5,000 people like being able to say that they got it. You know what I mean? Reasonable Doubt sells for $5 million to some dude in Australia. He the only
yeah.
one with. He likes the fact that he's the only one with it.
That's a fact.
This
That's a
is what's
fact.
going to feel. So it's funny because partly some of the things um, that that usually is a detriment actually is going to help push this along, which is ego.
Yeah, yeah,
And the collectors, this is why the art pieces are going crazy because the collectors they want, you know what I mean? You got people that's what they do. They collect art and try to get the best art and pay top dollar for it to
yeah.
have it.
And in this situation, I feel like a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but there's a segment of people that are, for lack of better word, speculating with this type of art.
Yeah.
Because they don't know whether it's gonna go up or down. They don't know whether, most times you buy a value, you buy a piece, you know the value of that piece is gonna increase. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like that's the way art works. I think these people are speculating because they don't know for a fact, you know,
Hmm.
what's gonna happen to the NFT market. But this is oh my god.
But that's one of the good things about there only being one. Like if there's
Yeah,
only one,
that's right.
then it's going to retain its value because it's the only one.
That's
The
right.
moment I make 1,000 Mona Lisas available to everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you lessen the art and made it a commodity.
Right.
Yeah, and once it's not commercially viable anymore, it's no longer a commodity. Art doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So this is my question, right?
Hmm.
Okay, the value of cryptocurrency goes up and down. Yes. This. I'm asking. Are we on the same page with that?
That the value of it goes up and down.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I guess the value of all currency goes up and down and fluctuates.
Right. Right. It fluctuates. Yeah.
But the value of cryptocurrency seems to be a bit more volatile right now. And it seems to be rising right now. Like Ethereum is the one that's going up.
Yeah.
As far as I'm understanding.
Yeah.
The catch is, if I sell a song, right?
Yeah.
For one ETH, and I sell 500 copies of that song, I have 500 ETH. But ETH go up. The value of ETH goes up. Imagine, you see what I'm saying? I just sold 500 copies, but the value of ETH goes up. The value of my ETH rose. Yeah. That's way better. That's way better. You know, that's way better than money.
Yeah, but the thing is, the more people are active in it, use it, and are invested in it, the more it goes up.
I know. I know.
And,
so I mean,
all of it is on a major upswing.
Right. So this is so you sell your product, you know, as an NFT. What you receive, in my understanding, I guess, and this is for people that don't understand cryptocurrency, don't understand NFTs, anything. I'm just trying to break it down from my understanding and see if you agree with what I'm thinking, and maybe that'll, you know, what you're receiving in payment is a hybrid, in my mind, between currency and stock. That's pretty much what cryptocurrency is. It's like you can.
Are you saying when you getting an NFT, that's what you see as a hybrid between the two?
No, when I get if I sell an NFT, the currency that I receive.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Is like a hybrid between currency and stock.
Yeah.
Because I can spend it, but it goes up and down in value like stock. Right. And right now it's on the upswing.
Right. If you so it makes more sense to save it. Yeah, right. So you can spend it or use it to get something else.
Right.
Right. Or you could hold it. And that's why the people that you've seen talk about Bitcoin, they were saying, asking, could you cash out? But like the Bitcoin experts are saying, no, hold it. It's only going to increase in value. Just hold it.
Which is not like the US dollar. It's kind of what I'm getting at. If I pay you $1 for your album, say I sell the same album, but I get 500 cash apps of $1. There's no world where that dollar's gonna be worth enough for me to hold it.
Oh, absolutely not.
I need to, you see what I'm saying? The way that cryptocurrency one day could be worth enough, I need to hold it because it's probably gonna go up in value. That dollar is for spending or saving.
Right. The dollar is so even right now. To be honest, the digital like NFTs hold more value than the dollar right now. Period.
Or the Bitcoin does, you mean? Or the NFT itself?
Or the NFT itself, but yeah,
well, I guess so. Yeah.
But Bitcoin too.
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah. The dollar is not strong.
Oh no, the dollar's not strong.
And the thing is, like the dollar, it changes wherever it goes in the world. Like, see, that's the thing about the whole blockchain.
Right.
Technology is like it's maintaining its value wherever it is being traded across the world.
That's a fact.
It's not like that. You know what I mean? My dollar in Greece did not. It got me further than my dollar in Costa Rica. The dollar in Costa Rica ain't nothing.
Right.
You ain't on nothing
with $1. But $1
Nah.
in Quito, Ecuador, will get you far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I
And
understand. Yeah.
yeah. So, so that's but I'm now. It sounds like I'm making the case, and I'm not. I'm just just based on my knowledge that about cryptocurrency, like it's holding its value and goes up in value, and it's valued the same across the world. It ain't like, what I mean, Bitcoin in China is less than the Bitcoin that you have here in
Right.
America in your account. Like it's the same.
Yeah.
That's one good thing. So you're already starting out with not taking no losses by international exchanges of that currency.
Wow. It sound like this NFT market, bro, is a way for a lot of us to stop taking losses. You know, like
Yeah,
it sounds as if we're gonna be able to take less losses if we approach this correctly.
yeah, I think so.
Mm. So wow. So what's next for us, bro? We gonna
Well, we got putting that Mez episode must come down, and we need to create an NFT
I feel you.
and that picture. If we have the picture that we took with him, that's NFT too. That's going along with
Yeah,
the
that's
episode.
going up.
Yeah, so we need
That's
to take
going
a
up.
picture wherever if it's up on our page.
That is crazy. I'm serious though.
I'm dead serious. Yeah,
All right. Hey,
yeah,
what's the worst that can happen? Man, what if we make a
yeah.
grand off it
That's
off of
what
one
I say. What's the
episode?
worst thing that happen? We make a profit.
Yeah,
That's
the worst
literally
thing.
the worst that can happen.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing other than that can happen. That's the thing about NFTs, and I don't think. Well, I don't think people really understand it. I've seen some stuff, bro, that has been NFT'd, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
This one thing I need to tell you, bro. I don't know if you saw this, but a guy was making these little short like loop videos, animations,
Mm.
right?
Hmm.
He had this one dude that was an animation that was in a half pipe skateboard going, up and down.
Yeah.
He sent it to one of his homeboys. His homeboys made some kind of like techno music that went along with it and
Mhm.
added sound effects that really sounded like he was skateboarding and sound effects when he did a little spin on this side like shoo, and went
Mhm.
back down. They sold that fucking NFT, bro, for like 10 grand.
Oh man, man,
This shit is a loop video. It ain't nothing but
yeah. People out here selling gifts. They out here NFT and gifts,
it's
man.
a gift. Gifts and memes, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine when me and Carrington was doing It's Carrington's Music Podcast.
Hmm.
We dropping a song every week.
Uh,
By the end of that, and let's say we NFT every episode.
hmm.
By the end of that, bro, I still got the fucking episodes. I still got the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. We finna see.
Yeah. We go. Yeah, we gotta test it out now.
We gonna see. I can't just sell that man music. I gotta talk to him about it. But
Right.
I'm like, bro, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit with it.
Yeah.
You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like, if we not gonna do nothing with it, let's see. We'll see if we can make some bread.
Hmm. It seems like it's the way to go, man.
I ain't gonna tell all my plans on this episode because we
Yeah,
just on here talking like the
I
world
know.
not gonna hear us.
Yeah, yeah. We said enough about what we gonna do.
Yeah, we said it.
Do it.
Yeah, we definitely just need to do it. Um, anything else we need to add to the NFT conversation? Like, are we?
Well, s- um, well, I'm not. I don't think so, but I did want to look. I did want to look up something real quick.
What exactly?
How like the different ways of creating an NFT for whether it be the a song, a picture, a book.
Different ways of creating it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you know what I'm saying, and making it available in that circuit.
let me tell you something. Now I'm gonna tell you guys on the truth. I looked into it already. It's just as easy as having a YouTube or a SoundCloud or an Anchor account or whatever it is, bro. If you got an MP3, upload it. If you got a JPEG, upload it. If you got an MP4, upload it. It's really that simple.
Okay.
You know? It's really that simple, dog. Like you have to first you have to create you figure out what platform you're going to be on. And then you create a wallet with that platform. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Uh like Ilman with Mint app.
Exactly. Exactly. You create a wallet, and once you create a wallet, they give you the profile, and you can upload what you like and set your royalty rate.
Mm-hmm.
You can have it so you don't receive royalties, but I don't know why would anybody would do that. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why anybody would do that,
Yeah.
but people are doing it.
Right. Unless I'm thinking they do like a one-time sale or something crazy expensive and that's it, like a done deal type thing.
Right. I mean I understand, but the person that bought it can sell it.
Right.
No, damn it. If you sell it, then I want my cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's the way that works. Cause you gotta think about it. There was an example. I was listening to something on NPR. Um, and there was an example of an artist that he's been in the game is a painter. And
Mm-hmm.
this is an NFT, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
heard this, didn't you?
Yeah. I have. Yeah.
He got popular. Like his old work is popular.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But he can't sell his new shit. Don't nobody want the new shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the audience, the galleries can't get rid of the new stuff, but his old work is going crazy right
Mm-hmm.
now. People already own the old work though, so every time it gets resold, he just got to sit back and watch those thousands and thousands of dollars just pass without getting anything. Meanwhile, he's sitting here with all his new work and won't nobody touch it. This
Mm-hmm.
NFT world protects you against that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get my royalty. I don't mind if you own it. Yes, you own it. But if you decide 10 years from now that it's gonna sell and my value has gone up and you're gonna get 50 million, then I'm gonna get my 50,000 off of that. Or
Right.
whatever the royalty is,
Right. Right.
But that's the one thing that I do like a lot about this NFT thing.
Yeah, that is good, man. Because that is one of the areas that artists suffer in.
Yeah. Especially musicians.
Yes.
Musicians, I mean, we've been crying the royalty rates from the beginning, bro. But
Yeah.
if right now you're an aspiring artist and you start building, an NFT audience. Right now, if you start building an NFT audience, then in 5 years, which is 5 to 7 years, it usually take people that long to get a deal if they're gonna get one anyway, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? In 5 to 7 years, you may need no deal at all. You may be looking at labels like you may be one of the reasons that labels are folding if you do this NFT thing
Right.
right now.
Absolutely. And and what you mentioned is so important about how that protects an artist, right? The way the NFT set up and setting your rate for your royalties, because I mean, we've seen it. I mean, that has just always been a super sore spot for everyone. But imagine being an artist, seeing your work, whether it's your painting getting sold all over the place because it's increasing value, but
Yeah.
you're not getting anything from the sales
Yeah.
at all. But imagine being a rapper that's on a hit song and it's going crazy. It's sold crazy or it's being streamed crazy. And because you didn't know the lingo of your contract, you're not getting no money off of it.
Nothing. Nothing. It's in commercials. You won't see a dime.
Right. So so I think that's the one real beautiful thing about NFTs. That just it seems to be it, it it seems to be heavily set up to advocate for the artist, basically.
Yeah. All right. You asked a question before, would the labels intrude?
Hmm.
I have another way. The labels of big bank take little bank.
Yeah.
Uh, Lucian Grange, Daniel Eck, one of these dudes will mess around and buy up Mint app, Bid Pack. You understand?
Yeah.
If I own the NFT platforms if I own the marketplace,
Yeah.
then I get mine off the top.
Right.
So that's get in now, get your NFT money now, because I do think Spotify, Apple, Universal, Sony, Warner, somebody's coming to buy up some NFT platforms. They're gonna skip buying the art. If I own the platforms, then everything that passes through here, I get my cut. And if they own the platforms, they can change what the cut is as it comes through.
Right.
They could also use it as a tool to squeeze out the smaller artists and push through your Beyoncés and Drakes, and which is what Spotify is now. You understand? Like, it seems as if it's a space where you can get your music on and anybody can get heard. But if it's controlled from the top by the majors, what good is it going to do to the indies? And if the majors come in and buy up that marketplace, they could do the same thing over there. So it's like we got to get in and get ours.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. 'Cause they're coming.
They coming, bro.
They putting the plan together.
They hate seeing people get money without them.
Hmm.
That's one thing they don't like. They don't like no artist getting money without them.
Right.
If a nickel bag is sold in the park, they want
They
in.
want in. Yeah, because control. They don't want anything to move outside of their control.
Yeah.
They want to be able to sway, what I mean, how things go. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And right now, it ain't looking good for them.
Right.
And they gotta see it.
Yeah. If we talking about it, they meeting about it. They've met about it.
They've met about it. You right.
Yeah.
You right.
And they have a plan of action for sure.
For sure. Man. I'm
So
excited, bro.
I'm excited. I want, you know what I want to do? We don't really redo a lot of episodes, and this won't even be a remake of this episode, but when we get into the thick of the summer, I want to see what things are.
Okay.
What things are mid-July.
And okay. You want to see if things have picked up at all, like if the
All right.
majors have gotten involved, like how many artists are really on it. Yeah,
What are the new developments in the NFT world?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that too, because I think a lot is gonna change between now and then.
What?
I think a
Yes.
lot is gonna change between now and then. Wow. It'd be nice though if NFT was a little more accessible
Mhm.
and people didn't have to have cryptocurrency to buy it.
True.
You know, but we may be on the we may be on the edge of things where we may be right now at the beginning of understanding that if you don't have cryptocurrency to buy things, you probably won't be buying much shit in the future.
Yeah, that's essentially what we were getting to earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't be buying much of nothing.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, this episode might actually get NFT. We might have to actually NFT. I think NFT is another dope thing. No, dope. It's a time capsule.
Yeah,
Like if you have a good time stamp from a period in time, like right now, this conversation is the prep. How do you say that word? Precipice. Like we on the precipice of NFTs being the next thing. You know, this was one of those time capsules. If you bury it and 10 years from now, dig it back up and say where did this conversation start. I think it's I think this is one of those type things. I know you probably couldn't hear me because we was frozen.
right.
Yeah,
But
but I was saying, uh, this episode and things like it, I feel like are kind of like time capsules.
yeah,
Where you know you take something from specific from a time, you bury it and you dig it up and rewatch it 10 to 20 years from now. I think things like that may be considered NFT art.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like important conversations at a time where things are changing.
yeah,
I want to own the thought that was happening at that time.
right.
Yo, we might be on to something, bro.
Yeah, man. Look like we about to be.
Bro, I'm gonna just say one more thing. I'm gonna say one more thing that I probably shouldn't say on here. If I was Cornel West's manager,
Yeah,
I would have that man stand somewhere and give a speech about what's going on in the world currently. And we get that NFT. Somebody's gonna want to own his thoughts.
yeah, for sure.
Man, shit. Uh if y'all watching it on YouTube, y'all can understand like this is just excitement. If it got quiet on Apple
Yeah,
Podcasts, Spotify, it's cause we excited. We just sitting here
right.
smiling. Cause
Yeah.
this is I have never seen I've I don't know if I've seen something that changed. Like I've mentioned this before, but
Mhm.
I've never felt like I was seeing something that could change the game before.
Right, and especially to this degree.
And to our advantage,
Yeah. That's
possibly.
the thing, because stuff changed now, but it
Yeah,
don't. It's usually don't be to our advantage, and particularly the artist's advantage.
big facts. Yep.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh
So
man. Yeah.
I only have one thing before we close.
Sure.
Now, I mentioned it earlier when you talk about the mixtape, and we talked about this, and I was like, yeah, but they can bootleg the mixtape, right? So this is a
Mm-hmm.
different type. Would be a different type of come up. So is can it can any of this be bootlegged? Let's
Mm,
say music.
yeah.
Like the fifth anniversary or whatever it is, 25th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt sold for $500,000. The only person got it, but can it be
I don't think I don't
bootleg or can it be encrypted since it's digital encrypted to where you can't? But then I
no
know the hackers that can hack into right. I'm talking about real hackers. They hack
right.
into government systems.
Well, that's the thing about it being a non fungible token. Like it's definitely encrypted so that the copy that you have is known to be the copy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you can sell that copy, or you can make copies of it. But
Right.
if you make copies of it, that's the bootleg.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So yeah, you can make copies of it. It's yours.
Mm.
It's yours. As far as I understand, it's yours. But
Yeah.
there's listening pleasure in the copies. There is no inherent value in the copy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's
Yeah.
only a copy of the one.
Right.
But I mean, but we know, bro. We know it. This is the fucking trick, yo. This is the trick, because we can sit here and convince ourselves that if you can make a ton of copies, then there's absolutely no inherent value in the one, right? I mean, that would be the common logic. It only makes sense.
Right.
But we know it ain't true, because these motherfuckers hold on to the master recording like it's their life. Don't they?
Yep.
They hold on to that master recording like it's their life. So we know that the copies are just copies. That master means something. We can't forget it, no matter what it looks like. Because they'll paint it, it'll look, you see what I'm saying? Because it's all smoke and mirrors. But you gotta know. You gotta know, what are they doing, though? You know? So if I do get the original Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, right? If I do get it, I know that I have this master copy. This is super valuable. I know that there's a marketplace, though, for the copies. So I'm gonna make my money off the copies too.
Yeah.
And when I decide that I don't need to own the master anymore, I'll sell that to somebody.
Yeah, for twice or triple what I paid for it.
That's all labels are. So what this right here is giving the average rich person the opportunity to be a label. They might not make copies with it, or they may run to Atlanta and say, "Look what I got.
Right.
Want to get in business with me?" They may run to Spotify. Essentially, it gives an independent person, an independent investor, the opportunity to do the same exact thing Chance did with his own music.
Yeah.
You know? This is a whole new world. And the longer we talk, the more my mind comes up with things that could be done in the NFT world. You know what I mean? Like, business-wise, from the label perspective, from the artist. I just keep seeing variables. Like, if I stay on this call or stay on this chat for another 30 minutes to an hour, I guarantee you 3-4 more things will come up. Because it's just, that's how excited I am. Like,
yeah.
And I've been not thinking about it, waiting for this conversation. Like, I've been...
Right, me too.
Bro, I'm blowing my own mind with you know what I'm saying? Like, the possibilities. Like, I'm like, yo.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's why I said, when stuff like this happen, I like to see the progression of it. Like, I like to see where it goes, the development of it. That's why I'm looking now toward the summer to like revisiting, just to see where it's at in contrast to what we are saying now. Which would this episode even more of a time stamp to be NFT based on what we're saying now and where it is at that point, if it's where we think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, bro. This is exciting times, man. I know we got to get some NFTs on the market, though. That's the thing that's got to happen.
Yes.
And any new artists any young artists that I come up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to encourage them to go ahead and start figuring that space out. Because if you can figure that, this is my belief, bro. If you can figure that space out without a label, right now, you getting ready to get rich. You getting ready to get rich. If you can figure that space out before the labels run and take it over, you can get rich right now. If you can gain your popularity there, figure out how to grow yourself there, oh my God. So I don't know. What you think, bro? You think we did enough on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
For now. Yeah.
Yeah, for now. Till summer.
Mm-hmm.
Till summer. Let's matter of fact, let's set a date. Which week? The first week of summer?
Yeah. Let Yeah, because that's June 21st, 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go
It's
with that.
it's about the whole month. I mean the whole. We're gonna give it the whole spring. We're gonna give it the whole season, and
Right,
then we'll
right.
revisit it after a season.
Yeah,
Almost to the day we giving it a season.
we can do that. Today is Wednesday.
Right.
We in June 23rd will be a Wednesday,
Bet. That's
second day
it.
of summer.
Put that on your calendar.
I got it up, right?
Yeah, revisit NFT conversation. How have NFTs affected the music business?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, shoot. If that's the case, man, we already got an episode planned for 3 months out. Super excited. We got some NFT work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm guessing we just asking people to go follow us places now, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So go to Instagram and Facebook. Follow us at Conversate for a Few. If you're on Facebook, make sure to join the Facebook group. It's Conversate for a Few extended podcast convo. If you look for Conversate for a Few on there, you'll find it. I promise you. Make sure to subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Anchor. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube and hit the notification bell so you'll know when the show is dropping. Stay tuned for the limited edition Few Tang Clan merch. Stay tuned for the Few Tang notebook that we putting together. And if you have any ideas or anything that you think or episodes that you think we should NFT, let us know, because we're going to NFT at least 2 or 3. We got 2 on deck, because this one need to go, and the Mez one's got to go.
Right.
So we're going to get into the NFT world and see what's popping. With that being said, yo, I'm Jonna.
I'm Alan. This is not a podcast about classical music.
Absolutely was not. This is a podcast about hip-hop. Make room for the tag.
Conversate for a few.
Hustle, welcome, man, they had to send me. Hustle from Raleigh, live from NC with your hosts, John and Alan. Relate to the two, you are now listening to Conversate for a Few. Check it on SoundCloud, debate with your crew. They talking hip-hop from the late to the new. From July till June end, no Fridays for me, tune in. Please listen to this podcast. 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 Please listen to this podcast.